Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Harley. I'm a stylist here in Tampa at the store at 1210. Today I'm auditioning for the Ulta design team, and in today's video I'm going to showcase the 3 C's. 1, curly hair, the age is silent, and 2 is color corrections. 2 services that make up most of my business, and 2 skill sets I hope to contribute to the team. Come on! Meet our model today. This is Josie. Say hi.
Hi.
She's a youthful curl friend that would love to lighten things up before school gets started. Before today's consultation, I advise that she bring in some pictures of inspiration so we can pick through them together. In the end, we chose a beautiful warm contour highlight that would go beautiful with her natural base. But to add that pop of wow, at the end I will be painting her hair with sparkling rosé. That's a copper pink tone that will add some fun into her hair, but then ultimately fade on tone to that warm color that we're initially looking for. You ready to get started? So when describing colors to my clients, I like to make it food relatable. So when I think about her color, I think about Neapolitan ice cream. So chocolate, vanilla, then strawberry. So to accomplish that, I'm going to use 2 different types of lighteners. I'm going to use the blonde dimensions to give us just up to 5 levels of lift. That's going to give us the warm blonde that we're looking for. And then our second formulation is going to be flash lift. This gives me up to 7 levels of lift, and it's going to allow for it to be blonde enough to accept that pinky hue.
All the way.
And of course, when I'm done mixing, I can't forget my shot of pH bonder. This is going to help keep her hair intact throughout our coloring service and repair her bonds.
It'll just barely clean.
For added dimension in her application, I'm using 2 techniques in our foils. So here we have teasy lights. So I backcomb the darkness out of my way. She has a few lighter pieces that are going to be awesome for our end result. Here with our blonde dimensions, I'm just going to go in and keep it about mid-length and feather up. Making sure to keep it extra saturated for even lift. I like to keep my foils long, especially for longer hair. This makes it easier for when I pull out the foils. There's no tangling, and it definitely gets an even application. Moving up her hair, I have a finer piece that I'll break into 2. Then I'll skim off the top and making sure that I can read right through that hair. Then I'll go in and grab a baby weave. And in this foil will be my baby lights. And in this foil, I will keep flash lift for that ultimate lift. And what this allows me to do with that teasy lights is create ultimate lightness at the end. And then with our baby lights application, I'm able to get a little closer to her base, adding some peaks and valleys into her color. Now that I'm done with my last foil, I'm going to go ahead and close that one up. Then I'm going to go ahead and put on my gloves, and all the pieces that are left out, I'm going to go ahead and balayage them for some extra brightness. Alright, so I already pre-sectioned some of her hair that hung out, so I'll go ahead and divvy it up, part it off in a way. Go ahead and measure out my section. If I feel that it's still too thick, I'll divvy some more out. Awesome. Once I'm comfortable with my selection, I'm going to go ahead and start to balayage some pieces. Because curly hair tends to coil up, I'm going to use my board right here for stability and being able to get maximum lightness in there. Once I'm comfortable with the amount of lightness in there, I'll go ahead and lay it on a foil. Now that I'm done here, I'll set a timer for 30 minutes and check it every 10 minutes after that. So with an application like this, it makes it super seamless for me to go ahead and pull them out And she got to the ideal level of lightness that I was looking for to achieve our end result color. Now that I have her in the bowl, I'm going to thoroughly rinse her out before I even try to shampoo her. Because we had done some teasy lights, I'm going to make sure that I get those knots out before I go in with the toner. That way it has an even application. So I'm going to use here the Mazzani 25 Miracle Milk. This is really going to help to detangle her hair and preserve the integrity of it while I work through it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and part off her hair and keep it out of the way for now. Go ahead and sit up for me and face that wall. Alright, so for all this tease right through here, I'm going to make sure that I apply it evenly. And when it comes to detangling, instead of roughing it through, I'm just going to tap. Tap, tap, tap. And that helps to release the tease without hurting the client. Do you see how effortless that was to detangle? Right through here, as I mentioned before, I use 2 different types of lightener formulas, so that way I can get 2 different pools of blonde. So we see right here a more level 7 and level 8s and 9s. And I'm going to use that to my advantage with my toning. Alright, so with her toner, I have here mixed up 7NB Peach and a little bit of clear along with the processing liquid. What that's going to do for me is help to tone down her hair. This is a technique that I call stain it and paint it. Now because I'm going for a more peachy Neapolitan color, I'm going to use this color to tone down everything, and then her ends are going to be much brighter since the formula lifted her much lighter. Now when I use this technique right here, right before a fashion color, when I tone the canvas underneath it and the fashion color gets to live right on top, little by little as it starts to fade, canvas underneath gets to be still a very appealing yet wearable color. I'm going to go ahead and dry off her ends a little bit. That way I can use the sparkling rosé right on her ends and get that maximum pigment. So I went ahead and added another layer of protection, so when I add the pink on, it doesn't get anywhere near close. I'm just going to focus on her mid-lengths and ends for that pink color. I'll go ahead and feather up and then brush through to get that more diffused color look. So for our final step, I'm going to use one of my favorite treatments for curly hair, for all hair at that, but that is our Heat Cure Professional Treatment. The reason I love it so much is because it has a unique blend of proteins and low point melting waxes, which really help to lock in her color and provide lasting restorative results. Alright, it's gonna sizzle. Okay, to now style her curly hair, I'm going to leave her as damp as possible but no longer dripping. Then I'll apply that Miracle Milk once again just to help cut through her hair. Most of the detangling process already happened in the shampoo bowl, so it's easy for me to get my fingers through it. First product I'm going to start with is Ringlet by Red King's Curvaceous, which creates a long-lasting spiral with amazing bounce and shine. Okay, once I got a good amount in my hands, I'll go ahead and start raking it through her hair. I like to do horizontal and vertical, squeezing my fingers in between her hair to make sure that she has even application both inside and out. Next, I'm going to follow up with the High Hold Gel, which is going to help with all-day frizz control. It's a very creamy application. Our formula has sugar crystals to help keep the hair hydrated throughout the day, reactivating the curl pattern. Now I'm going to start diffusing her hair, and a few things that I do differently from when I first learned in beauty school is that I'm going to satellite the diffuser around her hair before I go all the way in and start scrunching up. This is going to help keep the cuticle compacted and pointing down. That way we can avoid frizz.